Hello, beautiful souls. It is Rakshana Treem here. Welcome, welcome. You are seeing this video because you recently liked my page or you are my friends list. I'm doing a quick video. I'm in Centralia. I went to Seattle this morning, so stopped to do a quick call with a client and decided to do a live video. So the video is discipline is remembering what you want in life. So anyways, for those who don't know me, I am a women's lifestyle coach. I help women create, redesign, rewrite their story from where they at, where I meet them, where they at right now, to creating that dream life that they're meant to live. And I work with women all over the world, and I do one-on-one coaching and also group coaching. But I have a juicy topic today. I'm going to try to quickly, I wrote down a couple things so that way I can remember, I don't get sidetracked, because I have a tendency of doing that. So I wanted to share with you guys, because this just came out of the call I just finished, is, discipline is really remembering what you want in your life. And a lot of people don't have discipline. They have discipline for the things that they want to do, which creates fun. But, you have to remember that discipline is for your dreams to come true, for your life to become true, is something that you do every single day, consistency that you follow through. And second is really remembering that discipline doesn't just come easy for a lot of us. It comes in as a practice. Just like how you learn how to put your clothes on, or you learn how to walk when the babies learn how to walk by taking that first and second step. Discipline is the same thing. You are teaching yourself skills and those little habits that you implement every single day. So it doesn't come easy for a lot of people, but it can be taught and everybody can do it. And I see this with a lot of people say they don't have discipline. Everybody has discipline. If you can treat yourself to a wine tasting every Friday, that's a discipline. If you can hang out with friends and go dancing, that's discipline. If you go shopping every weekend, that's discipline. If you drive your car, that's something you learn how to do. Anytime you learn a new skill, you're disciplining yourself to learn a new skill. So a lot of my clients don't have the clarity on the discipline, getting that clear on discipline, and to be able to focus on the object, or to focus on the exact thing they want to do. So that's one of the things I help them to have the clarity, to help them see where they see it in their minds. Excuse me, my notes are flying in. And to create that story, what they see in their mind when they start visualizing. So when I got off the phone, when I was on the phone earlier, one of my clients is trying to lose weight, and she has tried everything, and she thinks that she's not disciplined. And I was telling her the same thing that she does every single day, it's the same thing that you discipline. So I love this, because I find a lot of women I work with, they love their wine tasting. So she does wine tasting every Friday. And I said, okay, if you go wine tasting every Friday, what can you do every Friday before wine tasting or after wine tasting, right? So that's discipline. She has taught herself to meet her friends after hours on Friday night to go drinking. So that's the same thing about losing weight. And I was teaching her, saying, what are the steps that she can take every Friday or every Monday to help her towards that discipline? Excuse me. And that's the same thing when it comes to discipline. Those habits that you implement every day, you could lead into your business. What you do every day, that leads your business into success. So again, discipline, it takes time, it takes energy, and it's really up to you how you think that's important. If you want to do something, you're going to make time for it. And if you don't, then you make an excuse. I believe that. So whatever you want to do in your life, what kind of excuses are you telling yourself because you can't do it? Because if you did want to do it that bad, you're going to find out a way how to do that, right? So again, so having that clarity on discipline, and having that remembering what the discipline is that leads to the goal that you want. So I'm going to go back again to your 2018 goals. Where are you at with your 2018 goals? Do you have your goals written down? Are they in the book? I believe that if you don't have your goals written down, then your dreams won't come true. I do believe in the power of writing because, when we write and we have expiration dates, we're more likely to see those things happen. And if you keep them in your mind, in your head, it just becomes a wish, right? So what are your short-term goals, and what are your aspirations, and what do you want to achieve at the end of the next 6 months? We are already 6 months out through the year, so you have 6 more months to achieve those goals. What is it that you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve in your life? What do you want to achieve in your business? What do you want to achieve in your relationship? What do you want to achieve with your family? What are your money, financial goals? Again, that goes back to the wheel of life that we have. So these are the critical process of having the clarity and having clarification on what you want in life. So of course, your goals will change. Your goals will change as you grow, as you become more clear, as you have more specification into your life. Your goals are going to change, and that's okay. Part of me building a business, my goals have changed many times. As I've grown, my business has grown with me. My goals also have modified. I had to move certain things aside because it did not match based on my goals. But again, write it down, okay? So these are, again, the very critical process of clarifying and having clarity to creating the life that you want. But more often, most of us do not consider what we really want. We get distracted with the shiny object. We stop and say, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to stop doing my goals. I'm going to do this. And that's very, very, very common. And it's very important to have a clear picture of what you want in your life, because then when you have that clear picture, you can write it down. Then you are able to go back to see where you started, okay? The more clear picture focus you have, the ideal of the future you have. It's kind of the same concept that when you're taking a camera, when you're taking a picture, right? You take a picture, you find the level of the position that you want your picture to be. You want to make sure it has clarity, there is specification, right? And then you take the picture. That's the same concept when you're building your life. When you're building your life, you have to write them down. You have to see this is 6 months from now, this is going to be done a year from now, because then you are able to focus, clear focus where you're going to see yourself. You have to write it down. It's like, again, and I like to compare my life to the lens of the camera. So where do I see myself in 1 year? Where do I see myself in 2 years? Where do I see myself in 3 years? Where is my financial? Where is my health? Where is my relationship with my family? Where is my business? So it's, again, going back to that wheel of life, okay? So once we have that vision clarified, hello, Linus. Hi, are you listening? Once we have that vision clarified, what's important is to keep that vision alive. And again, to keep that on the forefront, to have that written down, not to have it in your mind. I love your mind, I love your brain, but lay it out in paper, okay? Again, repetition. What are you doing every day to focus on that dream? What are the habits that you have implemented every day? How are you showing up for yourself? As women, we're more likely to show up for everybody else, but when it comes to our dreams, we don't show up for ourselves. And that's very, very common. So again, repetition and what drives you. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to start that business? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to have financial freedom? Ask yourself, have the vision. Don't just say, I want to have this amount of money. What's the reason you want to have that money? I want to have my student loans paid off. I want to have the financial freedom so that way I can help more people, so that way I can travel, right? Excuse me, I'm getting notifications. So make sure that you have that clarity, you have that vision. You can see the importance. Why is that vision important to you? Again, repetition. Without these reminders, we must be like heading to the light that we want, or we are living for someone else. If we don't have the goal written down, we're whether living for someone else or we're not living for yourself. Okay? Again, I'm just looking through my notes here because, again, I was talking to this client and I don't want to get sidetracked. So, again, have mentors and have coaches, because mentors and coaches are going to keep you on track. It is so easy for us to get side focus and focus on the shiny object. I'm like, oh, look at that, I want to get that. Oh no, look at that, I want to get that. And this happens to my husband a lot. He's on a journey to getting fitness, and he's always getting distracted with the shiny object. Oh, I'm going to get this machine. Oh, I'm going to buy this. Oh, I'm going to get this nutrition program. Well, the focus is having clarity is like doing the simple things every day that's going to lead you to that health and fitness. So you can't buy a big gym membership, you can't buy this big fitness program. You got to start small. So start walking and then taking stairs and then working yourself from that. I had a client earlier this week, and she's starting public speaking, and she went out and went to buy all those things. You have to start small. Start speaking at your churches, start speaking at your schools. Don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money. So that's called a shiny object. It's easy for all of us to get distracted without the goal and then focusing on the big things. All right. And again, and the other one is keep a check on your goals. So if you have your yearly goals, okay, when you have them written down, go back and check on them. How far have you accomplished them? What things do you need to revere to make them move around, okay? And then document them. You accomplished this goal this time. Reward yourself. The brain loves reward. If you don't reward yourself, it gets that hopelessness and that leading to that excitement. It's not there. So make sure you reward yourself every time you accomplish a goal. And then open your goals weekly on your journal or whatever you've written your goals. Look at them weekly. Again, it's that fresh look at yourself. You're looking at your goal. It's making it refresh. You're getting connected. There's emotion into it. You're getting excited because you're reading it. Because if you just close your book and put it away, you're going to forget that you wrote those goals. If you open it, it gets you more excited. You're looking forward to it. It adds emotion into it. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. I'm talking about discipline. So, and the hardest part is really to follow through. Following through is the hardest thing. A lot of people think that, getting up in the morning, it's actually following through. A lot of us people write down the goals and then they put them in the book somewhere. They put them in the book somewhere and they forget about them. They do a vision board and they hang it somewhere in the wall and in the closet and they forget about it. They write down their dreams and they put it somewhere. Put down the steps and put it on a refrigerator where you could see it. Put it somewhere you could revisit it. Again, you want to see your dreams. You want to see your goals. You want to see the vision. And so, and one of the things that I struggle with is I struggle with my family goals. So my business is going high and my relationship with my family is going down. So that's one of the things I struggle with, and I struggle with that, and I'm so aware of that, and I tell my family that I want to get better. There is no excuse of me not getting better. The same discipline that I have creating my business, I can do the same discipline with my kids. I can check in with them. I can do Skype calls with them. I can have Skype dinner with them. Following through date nights so I'm not canceling because my business is growing. That doesn't mean my family has to go down. So that's one of the things I'm struggling with, and I know that. And so I've been writing affirmations like my family is important to me. I've been written manifesto, like reminding myself that my family is important to me and my husband is there for me, not canceling the date nights. Those are important to me. So following through. So again, and then the other thing is I have coaches and mentors. These past 5 days with 2 deaths in the family, I was having some conflict with one of my child who is choosing a lifestyle I do not agree with, and and then another family was diagnosed with cancer, in stage 4 cancer. So there's all these things happening, and I felt like my world was falling apart. And at that moment, I was looking at my goals. I felt like a failure. As a human being, it's always going to happen. When things fall apart, you're going to feel the worst of you. And I was in that position. I had 5 days I went into depression. I went into lockdown depression, and because of all these things were happening. And have a mentor. A mentor is someone that you can call and talk to. Have a family member you can call and talk to. Actually, Lai is on there, right there. I talked to Lai because I was struggling with one of my kids, kind of like a bouncing board. So that way I didn't feel like I was going crazy in my head, in my thoughts, and I called another mentor and I kind of shared some of the thoughts that was going on in my head. So have those people in your life that you can always call and reflect on and say that I'm not going crazy. I know I'm just a human, just like anyone else. So, and check in with them and, remind them where you're at and what you're struggling with, because part of being vulnerable, part of sharing your journey is that step that you need to move before you get to the next level. So whatever I went through the last 5 days, it's actually healthy because now I have gone through it and I have cleared it through. Now I'm able to focus on other things. So it's so important for that, okay? So I wanted to end with this, that we all have choices. And every day we have choices, but make sure one of the choices you have each day, it leads into your dream. Okay, we have choices every day, and make sure one of the choices that you have leads you into your dream. So for me, especially as a woman, as a mom, and as a leader, as a business owner, it's easy for me to do things for others, right? It's easy for me to do things for others, but also to remember that, thank you, Lai, and also to remember that I am important. Lai say you're a great mom, an amazing coach. Good, thanks, Lai. So, but again, remembering that our dreams matter, our dreams are important, our existence in the world matter, our existence in this world is important. Even though you don't see that you're making a difference, each person that you talk to every day, you smile to, you are making a difference. So that is all for today. I wanted to share with you guys. Thanks, Lai, for coming in. Thanks, Lisa, for listening. Yes, I agree. Lisa said we all have choices. I agree, we do have choices. I am here 40 miles away from Seattle, heading home. Just stopped by to have my coffee. I was falling asleep on the road, and I had a couple notes I wanted to share with you guys. So thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hugs, abrazos, and love you guys. Bye.